Alright everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Jordan Report, and I am your host, Robert Jordan. Everyone please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Alright, we're going to go back out to California, Los Angeles, and talk about the rampant homeless problem out there. The homelessness is off the chain. Now they're getting violent. Now they have to worry about the violence. And this was just reported in the Gateway Pundit yesterday. I got a local clip, the local news channel of the clip of the woman talking. You're going to want to hear what happened to this poor lady. How awful. Homeless man pours hot bucket of diarrhea on woman getting in her car near Hollywood Walk of Fame. This just happened. This is another clip of a picture of attack of another woman being attacked in Los Angeles. That's not the one we're talking about, though. Los Angeles is becoming increasingly dangerous and intolerable for the average citizen. Homeless attacks are on the rise. Recently, a homeless man dumped a bucket of his hot diarrhea on the head of a woman getting in her car. Here's the lady right here. I'll show you her clip. She's talking to the news person. The woman now have to have regular checks for infectious diseases. You think? A night near the Hollywood Walk of Fame would change a woman's life. As she was getting into her car and a homeless man sprinted across Hollywood Boulevard towards her. Heidi Van Tassle was parked in Hollywood after having a pleasant evening out with friends at an authentic Thai restaurant. Suddenly a man randomly pulled her out of the car, dragged her out in the middle of the street, and dumped a bucket of feces on her head. Van Tassel said, and public records confirm, it was diarrhea, hot liquid. It was soaked. I was soaked, and it was coming off my eyelashes into my eyes. Wait till you hear this interview. Paramedics who came to treat me said there was so much of it on me that it looked like the man was saving it up for a month. How nasty can you get? Now let me show you the clip. I hope this works. This is their local news channel out here talking to this lady.
Random attack.
A homeless man dumped a bucket of stuff on your head.
A bucket of his diarrhea. I didn't want it to be in my mouth, but it was running down my eyes.
For over a year, the NBC4i team has been tracking crimes where the suspects are homeless. Tonight, we have learned those incidents are skyrocketing. Investigative reporter Joel Grover reports on the growing threat linked to the untreated mental illness and drug addiction on LA's streets of shame.
Keep your eye on the woman walking out of this apartment building. A homeless man approaches and suddenly smacks her in the head. There are now thousands of crimes a year like this one in which the suspects are homeless and in many cases suffering from mental illness or substance abuse.
It's so traumatic. Sorry.
Heidi Van Tassle was walking to her car near Hollywood's Walk of Fame when, according to police and court records, a transient with schizophrenia and psychotic disorders dumped feces all over her.
A bucket of his diarrhea. It was liquid, hot liquid. I was soaked, and I couldn't see it was coming off of my eyelashes into my eyes.
Paramedics rushed her to the hospital, and she now needs to be tested for infectious diseases every 3 months.
It's something I won't ever forget. It was disgusting.
For over a year, the I-Team has been reporting on crimes where the suspects are homeless, like this guy arrested for setting fire to chairs at a downtown steakhouse, and this homeless man pushing someone in front of a truck. There were more than 6,000 of these reported crimes in LA in 2017. By the end of 2018, the number of crimes was up more than 50%. And now we've learned the numbers are on track to climb even higher this year. We found case after case where the suspects suffer from mental illness or methamphetamine abuse. Meth use has been linked to violence, and so is untreated mental illness.
How could you live in this kind of environment and be okay?
You mean mentally okay?
Mentally okay.
Reverend Andy Bales runs the Union Rescue Mission. Does life on the streets lead to violent behavior?
Absolutely.
Like the attack on that woman on a downtown LA street. Keep watching. Just seconds later, the man punched another victim, attorney Brandon Cohen. Were you kind of in shock when it happened?
What was shocking was that I lived here for 4 years and it didn't happen sooner.
We found the homeless who are arrested for these crimes are often right back on the streets without getting any treatment or help.
I am always on the lookout.
We discovered that Brandon Cohen's attacker, Charles Fuller, had 4 previous felony convictions. But after he attacked Cohen, the cops simply gave him a citation for battery and let him go. 4 months later, a block away, a similar attack against this mother and daughter. Though the police didn't make an arrest, so the suspect wasn't identified.
They need treatment for be it drugs or mental illness.
Nobody touch it.
Like Jose Rio Frio, who made headlines in New York for stalking a TV anchor. He moved to LA, where he was convicted of threatening to kill a security guard. Last May, he wandered away from this psychiatric facility and has since been on the LAPD's missing persons list. But the I-Team found him hiding in plain sight, sitting day after day,
I'm not married.
yelling at people from this Hollywood bus bench. Right now, you're still suffering from mental health issues.
Yeah, sure.
It was awful. And it changed my life.
Heidi Van Tassle says she's experiencing PTSD from that attack 7 months ago.
It's changed the way I feel walking on the street.
Court records show her attacker was charged with battery and taken to jail.
He doesn't need jail time, he needs mental health care. I have empathy for him because he needs help.
Heidi's attacker was found mentally incompetent to stand trial, and prosecutors tell the I-Team he's now back on the streets.
I'll never, ever forget his face.
Heidi Van Tassle says there should be help, not just for the mentally ill suspects in these crimes, but also for the victims. According to text messages she showed me, the LAPD told her their victims advocate would contact her to offer her services. But Heidi says the victims advocate never got in touch.
All right, that's what's going on in Los Angeles. That's what they've done to this place. And, you know, like to say, elections have consequences. They voted these Democrats into power, and look what they did to LA. Now it's too dangerous for anybody to live there.